Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. And so during the next few series of videos, I'm really going to be focused on some business training. And if you don't know, I set a big, fat, humongous goal for 2019 to help 1,000 business owners run a profitable business this year. And I plan to do that through education, business management training, increased profit centers, and tax savings. Okay, so these are all the ways that I plan to help business owners get their whole life and having profitable businesses this year. Because one of the things that is just rampant among the home business community is broke businesses, meaning we are running nonprofit businesses from the discomfort of our homes. It is not cute, okay? We have some people that are actually trying to do these things intentionally in order to increase a refund, but let me tell you, that ain't what you want, okay? You really want to learn how to run a profitable business. Profitable businesses pay taxes. That's the end of it. Okay. That's what we do. However, there are ways to minimize your taxes. And if you are talking about really taking advantage of tax laws, you got to have money to take advantage of tax laws. People talking like, oh, the rich people don't pay taxes. Well, when you have money, there are a lot more tax loopholes that you can take advantage of that you can't take advantage of when you're broke. Okay. That's just the truth. All right. And so today I really want to talk about a niche, right? The beginning of having a profitable business is making money. Okay. One of the ways that you make money is that you learn to have a niche. Okay. So I really want to talk about that because over the last week, in connecting with more and more business owners, I'm finding that this is some basic foundational training that is not reaching people, and we just got to get this right, okay? So, we have our product or service, regardless of whether it's the product that you produce, if it's a network marketing company, whatever. I don't care if it's an online product. I don't care what it is. You have to have a segment of the marketplace that you are speaking to. That is your niche. And, for the bougie folk that really know the truth, it's niche. Okay. Yes, it's niche. But anyway, so let's talk about it. So your niche is the segment of the marketplace that you speak to. Okay. Your product, it may be for everyone, but not everyone really wants your product. When I first got in business, somebody told me that everyone within 3 feet of you is a prospect. That is a lie. Okay. That is not the truth. You really have to know the one person that you are targeting. So when you are coming up with your target market, that target market your niche has to be a description of one person. And that's one person that you deal with over and over and over again, because it's all about the messaging. Your message is, you're not going to have one blanket message that's going to reach everyone. Okay. It's just not. And so let's take skincare, for instance. Skincare is, for the 30 something is going to be different than for the 50 something, right? We're going to be talking about different types of problems. And so one message isn't going to reach both people. You have to have a message for the 20 something. You have to have a message for the 50 something, right? And it grows across the board. You have to be able to address the problems that you are, for that particular niche, right? Because not everybody's problems are the same. And so if you're trying to reach everyone, your message is going to reach no one. You have to have a message that is going to attract the people that you want and repel the people that you don't want. And it's the part about repelling people that scares business owners. And so it's like, oh my gosh, I'm leaving money on the table. That's the biggest thing that I hear. And until you get this niche part right, you leaving all the money on the table. So when you're getting started out, you're looking at all of, I said, look at it like different coins on the table, right? You got quarters, you got dimes, you got nickels, you got pennies. Instead of trying to get it all, you're trying to select the coins that you want. Okay. Pick the coins that you want. This is what a niche is. You're picking the people that you want to work with. Okay. And so a great example of this that has been overused, but it totally drives the point home, is that you think about a general doctor versus a brain surgeon. Okay. A general doctor is going to look at you and say, okay, this is off, or this is off. And you need to go see said specialist to go get this fixed. Now, the general doctor isn't going to make as much money as the brain surgeon, right? And the brain surgeon is not even concerned with broken legs, skin issues. They're not even worried about that. They worried about people that got brain problems. Okay. So you have to become the expert in that particular niche. You have to be able to address the problems. You need to know more than everybody else. And that is what becomes your unique selling proposition. You'll hear this, the USP, your niche, and all your target market. These words are used synonymously, but they have different specific definitions. Okay. So when you know what your niche is, then you can develop your unique selling proposition, the thing that's going to make you different from everybody else. And so let's go through a couple of industries and give you some ideas. All right. So let's look at the finance industry. If you are targeting the 20 something, if they're just getting out of college, 9 times out of 10, they got student loan debt. So you might want to address problems with getting rid of student loan debt. If you've got someone in their 30s, they might be really looking at wealth building, right? Like, okay, we got a job now. We might be trying to buy a house. You might be having a family. So you need to address those types of issues. If you've got someone that's in their 50s, and going into their 60s, you're looking at retirement, like have you saved for retirement and all of those things. See, those are the problems that each of those different age groups may have. And your job is to take your product and position that product as a solution to those particular problems. A 20 something that's trying to get out of student loan debt ain't really worried about retirement right now. Right? So you're speaking about retirement, and the 20 something is saying, look, I got bills to pay right now. I got a student loan debt to get rid of right now, before I can think about saving for retirement. So this is how you develop a unique selling proposition for each of those age groups, right? Let's look at the health and wellness industry. Okay. Yes, everybody needs nutrition. Absolutely. Everybody needs nutrition. Everybody needs to exercise and all of that. Absolutely. But you have to have a message that reaches the different age groups, right? You might have the 20, 30 something that still has not matured to eat vegetables. So then you might need to have a product that's going to give you all the nutrition that you need, in a shot of juice or a tablet or whatever, right? You need that. The 30, 40 something, by this time, they're probably not exercising as much. So they may be looking at weight loss, right? Because, when you're 20, you're going out to the clubs and everything, and you're dancing till the break of dawn, and that's generally your exercise, right? But when you grow up, you stay out the clubs, you working, you might be leading a more sedentary lifestyle. So then you might be looking at weight loss issues, right? And then in your 50s, you're talking about people that might be dealing with, bone density issues, or needing to be able to exercise but can't take the high intensity, or, and so you have a different message that reaches the different age groups and their different issues. Weight loss for women is going to be different than weight loss for men. Okay. And so this is why I'm saying that if you expect to boss out, if you don't know your niche, you won't know cash. If you know your niche, you're going to know what cash looks like. Okay. And it doesn't matter the industry that you're in. You have to develop a message that is going to reach the problems of your niche, of your target market. What message are you conveying where can you take them to? That's what they want to know. Where can you take them to? Simply, posting pictures of your product does nothing. It's not telling people how it's going to benefit them. If you can't show them results, they're not trying to hear you. And if that result picture that you show them, if it doesn't look like them, if it's not something that they can relate to, then that's not going to work either. And so if you're having problems making sales, then you need to look at your messaging. Ask yourself, what one person is this message speaking to? What one person? And then you just find that one person over and over and over again. And no, this is not a get rich in 30 days type thing. This is something that takes time, because if you are becoming the expert in your field, that takes time, effort, and study. That means that you know more than anybody else. You know what's going on with your products. You know what's going on with somebody else's product. You can go and poke holes in the Swiss cheese of other people's products, but you're going to show, hey, this is where my product is different. And I'm not telling you to go and diss other people's companies and products, but what I'm saying is that you have to be able to convey the value of your product when someone says, okay, well, I use this product, so why should I use this one? So then you have to be able to know how your product is more valuable than the other stuff that they're using. Okay? So, because if they're going to use something, you want them to be using your stuff. So you have to get out of this plain vanilla type messaging. Stop worrying about leaving money on the table and start picking up the coins you want to pick up. Start being the specialist. Start being smarter than everybody else in that particular niche. Be smarter than anybody else and share your content, because see, we are in the stalker generation. People are looking for you. They're Googling you. They're looking for you on YouTube. They're looking for you on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, all these different social media networks. If they don't see how you can help them by your content, they're not coming to find you. They're going to the person they can find. So, develop your message. If you don't have a message, you need to stop and develop your message. You need to know exactly who is that one person that you're speaking to. 9 times out of 10, your first target market is going to be you. Your first niche is going to be you. What was it that brought you to your particular product or got you to where you decided to develop this product? What was it? And then go find you over and over and over again. And then once you get that right, then you can develop a message for another market. And you do the same process over and over again. But where you fail is you think that everybody wants to buy your product. No, they just don't. Let me be really honest with you and tell you, no, they do not. Everybody within 3 feet of you is not in your target market. You need to know the type of person that can afford your product and connect with them. That's what you need to do. So it's not just, whoever's within 3 feet of you. It's not just, somebody on Facebook. You need to know who that somebody is. You need to know how much money they make. You need to know if they have a family, if they got kids, what types of books they read, what kind of shows they might watch. All of this stuff, you're painting a picture of the person that you are going to attract to you, that's going to be able to purchase your product and that you can convey your value to them. And until you get that right, you will always have a broke business. That's the truth. So your homework is, if you don't have a niche, find it. Don't do anything else until you find it, and write down, give them a name. It can the person's name can be Susie. Susie is age 35 to 45. She's married. She's got teenage kids. She, has a job that she can't stand. She likes to shop at such and such. She watches such and such shows. These are all the things that you use to paint a picture of that ideal client, the ideal person that you want to work with. And once you paint that picture, then you go find them. Then once you find them and connect with them, then you see how your product can be a solution to their problem, whatever that problem is. If they want to get out of a job, how can your product help them? If they want to drop a couple of pounds, how can your product help them? If they're experiencing some kind of pain, how can your product help them? You got to know the problems that they're dealing with. Okay, so I really hope this helps you out with the beginning, right? Find your niche so that you know who you are selling to. And then when you get that right, then you'll worry about having some money to manage and having to save for taxes and stuff. But if you're not making no money, you don't have none of these problems. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.